Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished members of the Indian delegation, I welcome you all to the India Pavilion, inaugurated a short while back by Dr. L. Murugan, the Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting in the Government of India. As we all know, we have gathered here a day after the Indian delegation walked down the red carpet with Elan on the opening day of the 76th edition of the Cannes Film Festival. The delegates' red carpet walk and the newly inaugurated India Pavilion, where we are sitting, have a common thread running through them. Both are a celebration of India, its rich culture, and creative economy. The theme of the India Pavilion is showcasing India's creative economy, and all of you present here have contributed to making India the global capital of creative economy. So this is a day that is going to go down in history as a celebration of your work, your achievements, and the way you are taking the India story to the world through the power of cinema. May I now invite Mr. Prithul Kumar, Joint Secretary Films, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and Managing Director of the National Film Development Corporation of India in the Government of India, to the dais and deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Dr. L. Murugan, Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India. His Excellency, Mr. Javed Ashraf, Honorable Ambassador of India to France. Mr. Genome Esmol, the Executive Director for Marché du Film at the Film Festival of Cannes. And all film dignitaries seated here, film celebrities, and all the people who are associated with films. And I'm so happy to see such a full house here in the morning. So good morning to everyone. And on behalf of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, I'm honored to welcome you all to the inauguration of this India Pavilion at the 76th edition of the Cannes Film Festival. Cinema, as we know it, it was born in France way back in 1895. Cinema was brought to India in 1896, just 6 months after it was born, and by Lumiere brothers, who screened the films at the iconic Watson Hotel in Mumbai. And our rich Indian culture, with its myriad of stories, vivid art forms, stimulating dances, soulful music, was a perfect ingredient for a vibrant film industry to flourish. And today, India is one of the largest filmmaking countries, with more than 3,000 films being produced every year in more than 40 languages. So that is what is remarkable about Indian film industry, how it has grown. The origin of the Cannes Film Festival has been in the pursuit of free expression, which perfectly resonates with the culture and ethos of India. Indian Pavilion here in Cannes is to facilitate cinematic partnerships, act as a bridge between the cinematic cultures of India and the world. This year's theme for India Pavilion is to showcase India's creative economy to the global community. We indulged with National Institute of Design in India to create a design for a meaningful pavilion this time. And here, this is India's creative economy has been represented through patterns which are derived from Saraswati Yantra, which is the goddess of all types of learning, as we say in India, the knowledge, the speech, the art, everything. And these derived patterns symbolize yearning to learn, perseverance, and humility. The colors of the pavilion, as you see around you, have been all derived from the Indian tricolor flag and the blue chakra. The composition of the pavilion as a whole reflects the ethos of the Indian cinema and invites the global filmmaking community to share diverse multilingual cultural heritage of India. I once again welcome you all to the Indian Pavilion. On behalf of the ministry, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar, and welcome to Madhur Bhandarkar ji, Guneet ji, and to Khushbu ji. And in 6 months from now, India will be hosting the 54th edition of the International Film Festival of India in Goa. We all know it is India's marquee film festival. So may I now request the Honorable Minister to release the poster for the upcoming 54th edition of the IFFI in Goa by lifting its cover. The concept for the 54th International Film Festival of India's poster revolves around a central motif of a peacock, surrounded by a captivating representation of iconic Indian cinema, arts, millets, textiles, and scripts of Indian languages. The theme for the festival is Celebrate the Joy of Cinema, which highlights the immense happiness, excitement, and inspiration that cinema brings to people's lives. It aims to showcase the diversity and richness of Indian culture through the lens of cinema, arts forms, Indian millets, Shri Ann, textiles, and Indian scripts. Let's move on now to the next item. May I now request the Honorable Minister to release the India Film Guide. It is a guide on India's presence in Cannes that also showcases information on co-production treaties, incentive ecosystem in India, and shooting locations in India. Let's put our hands together. I now request the dignitaries to come to the sides as we release the trailer for the upcoming edition of the International Film Festival of India and a film launch on the same. May I now request the Honorable Minister to release the trailer for the upcoming edition of the IFFI in Goa.
Over 7 decades of love and hope. Promoting socio-cultural exchange via the silver screen. Disseminating ideas using the power of cinema. Putting Indian films on a global pedestal. Bringing home the best of world cinema. Knowledge sharing by the masters of film arts. Tapping and molding of young buds. Presenting platforms for creative collaborations. Building opportunities for creators with potential. Tech Hub for showcasing cinematic innovations. Pavilions for brands, countries, and mega production houses. Fostering global recognition for filmmakers. Celebrating the madness for movies.
The International Film Festival of India presents unique opportunities and incredible possibilities for young and established filmmakers to network, pitch, collaborate, and experience the best from the world of cinema.
The 54th International Film Festival of India. Bridging the world with cinema. IFFI, celebrating the joy of cinema.
I request all those standing on stage to stay put as we move on to the next item. May I request the Honorable Minister to now launch a film on incentives and facilitations, The incentives were announced at this very pavilion in the last year's edition of the Cannes Film Festival.
India, a country of beauty and mysticism, a land of abundant charm, a treasure trove of cultural diversity, and a sea of inspiration for many. This remarkable country, with its splendid heritage, traditions, and sprawling metropolis, offers a feast for the visual senses. India is home to one of the oldest and largest film industries in the world. Each year, thousands of Bollywood and regional movies produced in India are released worldwide. The stories may be local in nature, but their reach is beyond boundaries. The success of these films internationally is evidence of India's century-old cinematic excellence. India, a talent pool of film professionals, a land of picturesque locations, a culture of warm and welcoming communities, offers to the world an enchanting canvas to create masterpieces of cinema.
I think we have a chance to make this kind of a life-changing experience, and I think we need it.
Welcome to the best exotic marigold hotel. This is incredible.
In India, we have a saying, everything will be alright in the end. So if it is not alright, it is not yet the end.
The Indian film industry has exceptional filming talent and resources. With 900 plus animation, visual effects, gaming and comics facilities and approximately 1,80,000 professionals, 10% of the global animators and VFX artists are from India. Over the years, Indian animation and VFX studios have contributed to many internationally acclaimed films, which have been recognized and appreciated on some of the world's biggest stages. 170 plus international projects from 35 countries with a diverse range of production and post-production requirements have taken advantage of India's diverse and varied locations, vast local talent pool, and availability of state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. Great filmmaking starts with great collaborations. India has partnered with several countries to co-produce many films with international partners under the official audio-visual co-production agreements. To further boost international content collaborations, the Government of India is now offering foreign production companies a cash incentive on qualifying expenditure for production of films in India and for official co-productions. Feature films, animation shows, web series, reality television shows, and documentaries are eligible for claiming this incentive. Under the scheme for foreign productions, 30% of the expenses incurred in India up to a limit of 20 million rupees can be reimbursed to the producers. A further bonus incentive of 5% subject to a limit of rupees 5 million can be claimed for employing 15% or more Indian filming crew. The reimbursement is also available for projects that undertake only post-production, visual effects and digital or animation work in India. If the project has been granted official co-production status under any of the existing bilateral treaties, 30% of the qualifying expenses can be reimbursed subject to a cap of 20 million rupees. The co-producers can also claim up to 50% of the approved amount as interim reimbursement after the start of the project in India. Filmmakers can also take advantage of filming incentives being offered by several Indian states over and above the federal incentives and can also claim refund of taxes levied. The Film Facilitation Office, FFO, has been set up to provide a single window permission clearance system under the government's Ease of Doing Business initiative, which facilitates creative collaborations on a global scale. country of storytellers, a land rich in filming resources and breathtaking landscapes, an environment that inspires filmmakers to convert their vision into reality. Come, experience this phenomenon. Come to India. Come home to your imagination.
Thank you, Minister, sir. I request the dignitaries on stage to please take their seats. May I now invite Guillaume Eismol, Executive Director, Marché du Film at the Cannes Film Festival, to the dais to deliver his address on the occasion.
Thank you. First, I want to thank the Ministry, to thank NFDC, FICI, and the whole Indian delegation for being such a loyal partner of the Cannes film market since so many years, to have been our country of honor, and this year to have this wonderful pavilion that is very meaningful with all the design that you've created this year. India is a very important country in the film industry. You mentioned it. It's a country producing a lot of movies, and that is more and more connected to the international cinema. And at the Marché du Film, it's a special bond that we want to create with India, because it's a strong market, it's a strong industry, and I'm very, very happy to be here today to open this pavilion with you. Thank you.
Gino wants to leave. I think, sir, can we have his permission, because he has to. Thank you so much for attending here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The Honourable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Youth Affairs and Sports in the Government of India, Shri Anurag Singh Thakur, has sent a video message on the inauguration of the India Festival. Let's hear that video message now.
Guests and friends from the world of cinema gathered here to Namaskar. Hello everyone. A warm welcome to our delegates, esteemed dignitaries, guests and friends from the world of cinema gathered here today for the inauguration of India Pavilion at Marché du Films at the 76th Film Festival de Cannes. I would have liked to be personally there with you all, but my work and my engagements do not excuse me. So here I am, making the most of the technology. India is an intriguing and intricate mosaic of multicultural experience. We take pride in being one of the oldest civilizations in the world, a melting pot of ancient knowledge, ageless architecture, remarkable heritage, timeless traditions, innumerable attractions, rich culture and creative art. Cinema has successfully captured and chronicled the profound culture, economic and social drive and development of India, and Festival de Cannes has played an instrumental role in not just promoting our cinematic excellence but also strengthening the Indo-French relations. In fact, last year, our country, India, was the first country of honor at Marché du Films, where we had announced 2 schemes to encourage filmmakers and content creators to come and shoot in India. These were the incentive scheme for audiovisual co-production and the incentive scheme for shooting of foreign films in India. This year, the India Pavilion aims to showcase India's creative economy by leveraging our competence in content development and post-production prowess. For the first time this year, we have sent an official delegation of talented filmmakers from the northeastern states of India to the Cannes Film Festival. The idea is to bring you the depth and diversity of our country's rich cinematic culture while we recognize and promote regional diversity in filmmaking back home. I am delighted to share with you that National Film Archives of India, which is Government of India funded organization, digitalized negatives of Ishanu, the Manipuri language film selected in the Cannes Classic section this year. This year yet again, India bedazzled global audiences with a trailer of our country's cinematic excellence, technological prowess, composite culture, and illustrious heritage of storytelling. With 3 films shortlisted in 3 distinct categories and 2 of them bringing home Oscars, the world has just scratched the surface of the creativity, content, and technical capabilities of the Indian film industry. The Government of India, under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Modi, has been working to facilitate and expand opportunities in the film sector by measures like the single window facilitation and clearance for filming and setting up a task force on AVGC. With powerful narratives, high-end skill-based content curation, and post-production capabilities and co-production treaties with 16 countries, India has emerged as an attractive destination for filmmaking worldwide. I am confident that the India Pavilion at Mashedu Film will provoke new conversations on creativity and content curation and promote co-creation, collaboration, cooperation between India and the world. Today, India offers an oasis of opportunities. No wonder the land of storytellers is in the spotlight of the cinematic world. I am looking forward to seeing you all at the upcoming 54th International Film Festival of India, popularly known as IFFI 54 in Goa later this year. Thank you. Enjoy the festival. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
May I now request His Excellency Mr. Javed Ashraf, Ambassador of India to France and Monaco, to deliver the keynote address.
There's a bit of a feedback on the mic. Honorable Minister of State, Muruganji, Murugananna, thank you for your presence here today because you were here last year with us, and your presence again this year reflects the commitment and leadership that you are showing in promoting Indian cinema abroad. In addition to all the other ministerial responsibilities that you have in some very vital sectors of our economy, and also the political responsibilities that you bear. To the producers, directors, actors, who are the reason we are here today, a very warm welcome to all of you here in Cannes, a place that never ceases to entice people to its beautiful blue shores. To all of you who are present here, it's always a great pleasure and privilege to be back at the Cannes Film Festival. In France, there are hundreds of different trade fairs or exhibitions, as you might call them, but none attracts as much attention as the Cannes Film Festival, and including in India, where it is almost a breathless coverage of this festival. I suppose it is a combination of glamour, art, and commerce that makes it so seductive. The coverage, in fact, just shows how important this film festival has always been for us and for the world. But it is also because cinema is intricately and inextricably linked to the life of every Indian. It is hard to say whether there are more people on a train in India on a given day or more in a cinema halls across the country. But it is true that almost in every aspect of our life, they are the chroniclers of our hopes and aspirations, of our dreams, of our pain and sorrow, of our joys and laughter, of our triumphs and tragedies, of our national journey and individual lives. They're always there for us, to comfort us in our loneliness, to console us in our despair, and to join us in our celebrations. Movie makers hold a very sharp mirror to our darkness, just as much as they celebrate the beauty of India. And they also help us escape in some of the most tiring moments into a world of heroes and angels. So to you all, we owe a great deal of gratitude. But increasingly, you are doing a job for us that diplomats are meant to do, which is to make the world dance to our tune. You have enriched the lives of Indians abroad, and you have brought India into the lives of people across the world. Today, as I experienced in France with great astonishment, the success of Pathan, when first shows, 16 shows were all sold out to house full. I've seen the success of KGF and R. I've seen people dance on the streets to Natu Natu and Jo Mere Pathan. And when we were doing the Festival of India here, we were also conducting workshops. And one of the most popular workshops was the workshop on Bollywood dance classes. The first day itself, the registration crossed 500. We had to close it to only reopen it much later. And that just shows the universal popularity of Indian cinema. We are not just one of the biggest movie makers in the world across 40 languages that we've just heard. We've also created a distinct vocabulary, a distinct craft, a distinct conception of cinema, which is now embracing the entire world. And this year in Oscar, again, we saw the sheer brilliance of our craft. Gunit Monga is here. She is... Her work is more than the story of a couple and those two beautiful elephants. Forget about this magical cinematography. It was also a story that reminded us, as only in India we can, that we do not exist above and outside nature, but we're part of nature. And it was a story of sublime love, expressed in its most divine beauty without words, of trust, of compassion, of kindness, of a heart which is not bound by any sort of pecuniary limits. This is the power of cinema. And I have to say that no matter how many times you watch Elephant Whisperer, you want to go back to watching it because you experience the divine in that. So I say all this because I feel we need to do better. And I know Minister feels the same way, that we need to do better. We need to have a bigger presence here. We need to have a more organized presence here, in Cannes and elsewhere. We need to prepare better. We need to have a more aggressive approach to promotion of cinema here. We need to have films once again going up on stage to picking up the awards. Because we are second to none. Every day we are making cinema, which, as I said, can be a universal story that will appeal to anyone in the world, or entertain us in a way that not even James Bond movies could. So we need to do a little more, plan better, be more aggressive, be more visible, have a larger presence that will do justice to the scale and the strength of Indian cinema. And I'd like to leave with a few suggestions also. One, of course, remember what cinema does beyond entertaining. It creates jobs and livelihood in the remotest parts of India. It creates export earnings, and it wins the hearts of the people across the world. And in the international relations from which I come, winning the hearts and minds is the ultimate objective. So we should make cinema a very powerful instrument of our soft power, which it is. We must have film festivals supported by the government and by the industry across all the major cities in the world, standalone India film festivals. We have to. Imagine Paris does not have an Indian film festival, or New York doesn't have an exclusive Indian film festival, or let us say London or other places. It cannot simply be the episodic existence of cinema that they get released through commercial approaches. We must be able to do it. We are doing it in our embassy, subtitling it in French and showing cinema to people, and we hope to increase that. But there is something else I felt we should do when we looked at the incentives for shooting in India. We cannot simply be a destination for films that treat India as caricature, where we use the stereotypes of people in turban speaking with an accent. We have locations that would be the dream of any cinematographer, as it has been of photographers like Henri Cartier-Bresson, for any kind of cinema, whether it is a thriller, whether it's an art film, whether it is a serious family drama. And we need to project that. We need to invite producers and take them around and say, if you want to have a helicopter chase in Uttarakhand, this is where you'll have Nanda Devi as your backdrop. If you want to do it in the beaches, or if you want to do it in the forests or along the rivers of Brahmaputra, everywhere we can showcase where we can actually make it work. The third element, of course, I'd like to say is that we are the world's hub for content creation in the digital world. And this is going to be the future. We are making that extraordinary transition in human history for the first time in 300 years to an AI-driven world. Everything is going to migrate to AI. And there's no country, believe me, better placed to exploit the power of artificial intelligence, including in content creation, including in simultaneously translating into multiple languages every cinema film that we make, than India. So this is going to be an industry worth billions and billions of dollars. And we must do whatever we can to promote it. So I think when we plan for Cannes or for any film festival, our planning should begin the day we pack our bags here. We at the embassy are always there for you. And I can tell you, much before we get the approvals, we start blocking rooms and doing all the venue issues, because we know what it takes to get it here in this great city of Cannes. But I really believe, as I stand here, that there is one instrument that India has that can help it stay firmly in the hearts and minds of every of the 6 or 7 billion residents of this planet, and that is the power of Indian cinema. We are the best, and we will be the best, and we know how to do it in multiple languages. So with these words, let me thank you once again and wish the delegation that has come here, all these wonderful, beautiful, creative people, and a very productive visit to Cannes. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Ambassador sir. There has been wide-ranging praise for the design of the India Pavilion where we are seated today. So we would now like to show you the design concept of the India Pavilion done by the National Institute of Design in Ahmedabad, India. Let's play the video.
When we were approached by the NFDC to design the identity of the India Pavilion at the Festival de Cannes, we took it up as a design challenge. In the pavilion, we have interpreted NFDC's brief of showcasing India's creative economy to the global community by using a design concept inspired by the Saraswati Yantra, which is the abstract representation of the Hindu goddess Saraswati, known as the keeper of knowledge, music, art, speech, wisdom and learning. We've derived patterns from the sacred geometry of the yantra, which are used in the pavilion to symbolize curiosity, yearning to learn, perseverance, continuity, concentration and humility. The colors of the pavilion derive from the vibrant colors of our Indian national flag. We've tried to make a visually striking composition that captures the joy and magic of cinema and invites audiences to celebrate the diverse multilingual cultural heritage of India.
May I now invite Dr. L. Murugan, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting in the Government of India, to deliver the inaugural address.
Mr. Jawed Ashraf, India's Ambassador for France, Mrs. Kuspu Sundar, Mrs. Gunit Monga, Mr. Madhur Bandrakar, Ms. Sara Ali Khan, Mr. Vijay Verma, Mr. Pruthul Kumar Singh, Joint Secretary of the Department of Information Broadcasting, distinguished guests, delegates, esteemed members of the media and entertainment industry, ladies and gentlemen, Vanakkam, Namaste to you all. I extend my warm greetings and welcome to you all. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today, represents the Indian delegation at this prestigious film festival of Cannes. This festival is a testament to the power of cinema, bringing together talented filmmakers, producers, distributors, and film lovers from across the globe to celebrate the art and business of cinema. This India Pavilion signifies the central role of India in the world of movies. India has an age-old tradition of storytelling from Upanishadam to Panchatantra, the Sangam literature and Ramayana. The bhajans of Meera, the classical dances like Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi, the folk music of Manipuri and Maharashtra, the temples of Tanjore and Ellora, all of them basically tell us the stories and convey emotions. Only the medium is different. In the last century, the movies become the newest medium of this art of storytelling. The legendary filmmakers like Satyajit Ray, MGR, Shivaji Ganesan, N.T. Ramarao, Raj, Dilip, Dev and Amitabh Bachchan and many other stalwarts devoted their life to take the Indian film industry to the present level. The generations after generations of film lovers and film professionals contributed immensely, and today India is the world's largest producer of movies, over 3,000 films in more than 50 languages each year. These films from India are traveling all over the world, showing the strength of its stories and content. Last year, India was the country of honor at Cannes. In this year, Oscar, the movie world, danced on the tune of Natu Natu from the movie of Triple R. The world tranched in the heart-warming story of Woman and Belly and their elephant kids in the documentary film The Elephant Whisperers. It is producer Gunit Mohangaji is here with us. So congratulations. This story happened at Mudumalai, nearby hometown Tamil Nadu, but touched everyone's heart across the world. A good content knows no boundaries. We are witnessing an era where Indian content is going from local to global and shaping the media and entertainment sector across the globe. India's Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has rightly said here, I quote his quote, films have a unique ability to transcend barriers and establish an emotional connection with the audience. Movies entertain, educate, or even inspire the people through their powerful storytelling. Their efficiency in becoming a vehicle of social transformation is fully unparalleled. Ladies and gentlemen, the world of movies touches the space of arts, science, and importantly, commerce as well. The Indian film industry has undergone significant changes in recent years. Newer technologies, the rise of digital and streaming platforms, and the new talent are proving the main prime movies. Today you will hardly find a Hollywood movie without an Indian name in its movie credit for animation or VFS. The field of AI, VR have greatly influenced the form of the storytelling. India's media and entertainment sector is poised to experience an extraordinary growth rate of 11.4% in 2023. This remarkable surge is a testament to the strength of India's media and entertainment industry, and its potential to create novel opportunities even in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. The Indian government under dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji recognized the importance of the film industry and is providing a conducive environment for its growth and development. The initiatives through Digital India, Startup India, rural telecom connectivity, policy reforms created positively environment for data affordability and availability are creating a strong foundation of a creative economy. Our technological forte of the IT sector merged with the rich talent pool of artists makes India the best suitor for serving as the content creator for the global cinema. Our government had set up a task force for promotion of this sector. A national center for excellence of AVGC is also in the pipeline. Our cabinet recently approved the amendments of the Cinematography Act to bring about many reforms, including curbing of the menace of film piracy even on social media or internet. The Modi government's drive for increasing the ease of doing business has led to establishment of Film Facilitation Office, a one-stop shop to assist the India and international filmmakers to process their permission faster across several state governments and government departments. Ladies and gentlemen, today under the able leadership of our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, India has become the fifth biggest economy. Currently, it is the fastest growing major economy in the world. The demographic dividend is on India's side. We have one of the biggest talent pool, strengthened IT, world-class infrastructure, vibrant startup ecosystem, breathing landscaping, rich culture, ancient thriving civilization, rich diversity of languages, arts, and more importantly, India's ethos of Vasudeva Kudumbakam, considering the entire world as one family, and our culture of Aditi Deva Bhava, welcoming and treating the guest as as a god. These are our assets, and we are committed to develop India as a magnet for international movie industry, for shooting, for co-production, for animation and VFS, and VR, XR, for quality production work with lesser costs. India is being developed as a thriving hub for all these film-related activities. We have now co-production treaties with 16 countries, and we continue to offer attractive incentives to the world-class movie makers. Last year in Cannes, our Cabinet Minister Sri Anurag Singh Thakur announced initiatives for foreign film shootings and co-production in India. I am happy to announce that the first film shooting initiative grant to the project The Inheritance, an international project from the USA, has been cleared recently. Many more projects are under active consideration. It is in the pipeline. Dear friends, I am confident that India's promising presence in Cannes 2023 will take this momentum further. Over the next few days, this Indian Pavilion will become the vibrant and active hub for all such interactions, collaborations and exchanges. The theme of this Indian Pavilion is showcasing India's creative economy to the global community. The road to the creative economy essentially passes through media, movies, entertainment and tourism. India, with the confidence and strong capabilities of a self-reliant nation like Atmanirbhar Bharat, is well equipped to take charge of this existing frontier. The pavilion design has been inspired by the Saraswati Yantra. Goddess Saraswati has important place in India culture, especially in the field of knowledge and art. The colors of the pavilion draw inspiration from the vibrant colors of Indian national flag. The pavilion design truly depicts Indian ethos and cultures. I am sure, friends, during this G20 presidency year, we are placing a special emphasis of the significance of culture and tourism. We aim to leverage the power of media and entertainment for this one earth, one family, one future is the sure way forward. I am sure that this vibrant Indian Pavilion will provide the platform to the huge reservoir of talent of the Indian film community to sign distribution of deals, greenlight scripts, crack production collaborations, and simply network with the world's major entertainment media players. As we continue to navigate through challenging times globally, cinema remains a powerful tool for healing, empathy, and social change. I urge all of you to continue to explore the art and business of cinema and use it as a means to build bridges of understanding the empathy between culture and nation. I am pleased to acknowledge your presence here at the festival TCONS. I look forward to engaging with you all in meaningful discussion and collaborations. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Nandri, Vanakkam.
Mr. Minister and Ambassador, sir, thank you for gracing the occasion. Let's put our hands together as they depart from the India Pavilion. I believe Sara is also hard pressed for time, but would you like to say a few words on India's creative economy? You're just about to invite the dignitaries to speak on that.
Hello everybody, Namaste. It's a privilege to be here to represent my country here, And I think that the main thing that I would like to say is, I think Sir was very right in what he said. I think that we as a nation are maybe not doing enough, and we should be even more proud and even more vocal of the culture that we do have and that we should be able to bring to the rest of the world. I think that cinema and art transcends language, it transcends regions, it transcends nationalities, and I think that we should come together, and while we are here at a global stage representing our country, we shouldn't forget, and I don't think we do, and we should continue not to forget who we are so that we can remain organic in the content that we create, because I think that really is what resonates with the rest of the world. Being Indian, being proud of our Indianness, but also being global citizens and not being afraid of doing more, not being afraid of having a louder voice and a more felt presence in cinema in general worldwide. So thank you for having me, and I hope that we continue to do more and make our nation more and more proud on an international level. Thank you.
I would request you all to please take your seats. May I request Khushbu ji to share a few words on India's creative economy. Please settle down. Guneet ji, would you like to come and speak on the creative economy since we're leaving? Please settle down. Yeah, please settle down. I'm requesting the dignitaries to share their thoughts on India's creative economy, which is the theme of India Pavilion. So let's please be seated and hear out our cine stars. Eminent producer Guneet Monga ji and Khushbu ji, please.
Good morning, everyone. I know everyone is a bit pressed on time. I will be very short. Thank you for having me here, and thank you. Having been to Cannes in 2010, working and learning at the Producers Lab, to being here with Peddlers and Gangs of Wasseypur and Lunchbox, with winning for Lunchbox and Masan, being here again with Monsoon Shootout. It's been such a journey, and of course to bringing the Oscar home. I'm grateful to all the support that India has, and I'm constantly excited to celebrate India at a global stage. We have a lot of stories, pan-India, and some incredible filmmakers. And as an independent producer, I'm here to acknowledge and confirm that. The numerous amount of talent that India has is just absolutely outstanding, and I feel at a global stage we just got started. With 15 years of my career behind, with 9 premieres at Cannes, I feel we have just got it started. I was here with Vijay for Monsoon Shootout at one of the biggest premieres of our life. At the theater, at the main Lumiere theater, and I'm here to just share that joy, that I'm so happy to constantly put Indian cinema on the world map, and it's genuinely local to global, because we don't really have to pretend to be somebody else. We don't really have to change our language. In fact, the success of RRR even proves that the more local we are so diverse that it's absolutely fascinating. Our storytelling, our craft, and we have global skills, and it is just about getting started. So here's to many more Oscars, and thank you for being here.
May I now request eminent actor Khushbu ji to please share her thoughts on the subject, projecting India's creative economy to the international community.
Hi and good morning, everyone. I would like to start, since we are talking about Saraswati and the entire diaspora has been created, this India Pavilion has been created based on Goddess Saraswati. Just 2 lines before we move forward, and that would be Saraswati Namastutyam Varde Kama Rupini Vidya Brahmam Karishmayami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. And this is basically, every Indian household, we know that we start our mornings with a prayer, and this is a huge platform for Indian diaspora, India at Cannes, and we can't ask for a better times. Today, Indian cinema is rising, and how? We are not only seen by different parts of the globe, but we are accepted and we are respected. People turn around and ask us, what is the magic Indian movies do that we don't? And there's, every chef has a very secret ingredient to its dishes to make it the most delicious one. And we have our secret ingredients too. वो कहते हैं ना, थोड़ा सा मसाला नमक मिर्ची लगा के हम बनाते हैं. But I think the biggest ingredient what we have is we are rooted. We are deeply rooted to our tradition and culture. We don't let that go. And that makes a huge difference. India is a very young country, and it's bustling with energy and different ideas and concepts and whatnot. But we also need to understand how we can take this forward. The first thing at this platform, I would like to tell you, we are talking about Indian cinema. And it's Indian cinema which is taking Indian art globally. It's not about Hindi cinema, it's not about a Telugu cinema, it's not about a Tamil cinema or a Malayalam or a Bengali or Kannada or Assamese. It's Indian cinema. So I very personally get offended when people talk about Bollywood. So like His Excellency was here and he was talking about Bollywood dance. It offends me a bit, I'm sorry, but it's not about Bollywood dance, it's about Indian dance. And I would really appreciate that we, at Cannes, we decide that it's not going to be about Bollywood, because you have only Hollywood. It's not about New York wood or California wood or DC wood or London wood or Leicester wood or Birmingham wood. It's about cinema of Britain, it's about cinema of USA. So why is that we talk about Indian cinema? We split and say it's Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, Mollywood. No, it's Indian cinema. And we have produced the greatest stars globally. When you look at a great actor, what we have given from India in Shivaji Ganeshan. I don't think we can ever find an actor like Shivaji Ganeshan who has performed characters in the most difficult circumstances. And you see that his films, he was the first actor from India to have been appreciated in the USA for his performances, where he has won the first actor to win the Asian Award, and then he was of course given the Chevalier by the French government. And I think people like the biggest star what we have ever seen in Indian cinema is like Amitabh Bachchan or Rajnikant, or a great actor like Kamal Haasan, and great filmmakers like Satyajit Ray, Mrinal Sen, and even Guneet for that matter, producer like Guneet, who are passionate about what they want India to produce. So let's not segregate, let's not bring these barriers ourselves and say that we belong to Bollywood or we belong to Collywood. No, we belong to Indian cinema, and we as people from Indian fraternity, from Indian cinema fraternity. We want to take this forward. Today, the country is dancing to Natu Natu, and that is the Indian dance. It is not about which dance. It's not about, it's from Telugu. If we say it's Indian, so why is that the only thing it comes to Hindi cinema? It's about Bollywood. And my team is here from the government of India who have made the video. I mean, it's beautiful made video, presenting what happened in the last 1 year. Indian cinema, actually, when pandemic happened, people were wondering if, globally people were wondering world over that, will the crowd come back to the cinema theaters? And they moved on to different platforms. We did move to different platforms. But when we Indians dream, let me tell you, we don't dream small, we dream big. We love to dream big. And we dream big is because we have the capability, we have the ability, we have the confidence, and we have the courage and guts and the conviction to make our dreams come true. And those dreams we have seen in RRR, whether it was A.R. Rahman winning the Oscars, or Russell Pukuti winning the Oscar, or today we have Natu 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 winning the Oscars, or Guneet Monga winning the Oscar with Kartika Gonsalves. And I think it's that the confidence we have in us that we can make our dreams come true takes the Indians forward. And today, yes, India is the 5th largest global economy in the world, and under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, we are moving forward. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. And there's a long way, and we will tell you that India is going to be right at the top. Today, world over, the leaders from different parts of the world, I mean, they have been looking, all the tall leaders, they're looking up at our Prime Minister and saying that here is one leader who is taking the country forward for all the right reasons. We have announced the incentives, there's a 35% incentives for people from different parts of the world, international films, to come and make films, and apart from that, you also have state incentives. But there's a very personal request I have to all the international filmmakers. This is the right platform to send the message across. When we Indian filmmakers, we go overseas to shoot for our films, there's a contract we sign. We tell them that we are not going to show their country in any bad light. And that's the first condition we have to sign. And why is it that international filmmakers, they come to India and the first thing they want to show is about poverty, or they have to show about slum? No, India has grown. It's grown beyond your imagination. India is rich. We have the heritage, we have the culture, we have everything you want. And that is why we tell you, India is the hub today for international filmmakers to come and make films which can move forward, which can actually adhere to what they want. Because even they dream, they have a creative mind. And with creative mind, we cannot have barriers. You're not above us, or we are not above you. I think the first thing what creative art teaches us is that we all are equal in our own ways, and we all have the capacity to take our art forward. So let's request the international filmmakers, come to India and show a bright future of the globe, because India is right there at the top for all the right reasons. And I assure you that we from the government of India, we will make sure that we will give you all kinds of support that you need, provided you make sure that you show my country, my nation in the brightest of light, right at the top, and say, India is the best. East or West, India is definitely the best. And we Indians, we wear our badge of Indianness with a lot of pride on our sleeves. And there's another ingredient for filmmaking, or the kind of Indians. We are a little loud, you should have guessed by now. Of course, for others, but we are passionate. I think that's what makes it very different, that we are passionate, whether it's our love, how we express our love, how we express our dislikes, whether we express our movies, everything has to be loud. And it's in only Indian cinema you see, when we say deeply rooted, the names, the kind of relationships we have, it's always chacha, chachi, tata, party, mama, atte, and you have different relationships, bhai, bhaiya, didi, bhabhi, mami, and dur ki chachi, chote taya, bade taya, and you have different relationships, and we celebrate every relationship. We have a word for every relation what we have. It's not like, okay, this is my aunt, that's my uncle, with all due respect to everyone around, but we have our ways of expressing our love, and we take that forward. And I think this is why Indian cinema has been going forward, because we do not forget where we come from. Many times in Tamil they say, Manjapai tu hi vandita. Like, they say, gaon se aata hai to ek theli utha ke lata hai. Yes, we do that, and we are proud of that, because that shows that we are rooted. We never forget where we come from. And probably that's why even when we succeed, we stay absolutely grounded because we never forget where we have come from. And India, yes, we have struggled, but like I said, it's the youngest country with a very vibrant democracy, very, very vibrant secularism, and you name it and we have it. So let this platform at Cannes be a platform for the world to know that India is ready to take you and welcome you. Atiti Devo Bhava is what we say. When you visit our country, we are God, you are our God, and we treat you like God. So please make sure that you take care of your devotees like we Indians in India when we treat you as God, and present my country, my nation as what it is known for, as the biggest nation and the biggest rising economy of the world. And definitely under the great guidance and leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we are going to take India forward. And at this point, I definitely must thank our INB Ministry, Union Minister Shri Anurag Singh Thakur ji, because he's one person. I have worked with him on several different platforms, and I have seen he's so passionate about films, he's so passionate about the art, that he goes out of way, he leaves no stone unturned, and he says, whatever you want, I'm here to help you to make sure that it works. And of course, our INB MOS, L. Muruganji also, as a team, what we have been working, whether it is IFI or CIIA or FICCI or, presenting India globally in form of art and culture. I think we all have been working and thriving towards it, and we promise you that India has just started. Nat or Elephant Whisperers, or prior to that A.R. Rahman. This is just the beginning. The world over, and Cannes, like somebody was suggesting that we need to have people here at Cannes, and we need to represent, we need to bring our films here. Yes, we will. And this is, like I said, just the beginning, and from here, we just move forward. So enjoy your Cannes, and I would like to thank the INB Ministry, Government of India, FICCI, and everyone for giving me this opportunity to be part of this beautiful delegate here in Cannes, and enjoy your stay because it's a beautiful city, and I think we all are going to meet again. So enjoy, have a pleasant stay. Thank you once again. Vanakkam, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Khushbu ji, for such an energetic and inspiring address. We are now request Madhur Bhandarkar ji, National Award and Padma Shri awardee filmmaker, to please share his thoughts on the subject of showcasing India's creative economy to the world.
Thank you so much, all my colleagues, lovely audience, Honorable Minister sir. It is a great honor. This is the second time I've been over here in the Indian delegation, 2019 and again in 2023. I always say art has no boundaries, it just connects people. And here at the Cannes Film Festival, I think it's a great honor to be here because this is the mother of festival, I always say that. Because such movies, different kind of movies across the world, we see over here on this platform, watch movies, different kind of movie, film with absolutely no budget, how people strive and make film happen. And this definitely resonates to the global world also. And as for India, I think everybody has spoken, from the ministers to the my colleagues, everybody has spoken about how India has been a very strong point for films. Wherever I go, I got an opportunity for my movies also to visit various film festivals, and always seen that Indian cinema definitely be on the global map, and people appreciate our cinema, our actors' performance, our costumes, our songs have been celebrated. There's no song, I mean to say, where the wedding is there, where Hindi music is not being played over there. The costumes, people love it, I know because I visit like all the festivals, so there's a great, people are concerned about the kind of movies we are making, the kind of subject we are picking up, and it last year, like for Goodies films also, and RRR also been hugely appreciated globally, where people have loved the content so much. The song has been absolutely a great delight for globally everywhere. So I think Indian cinema and Indian content is definitely over there. And I think the OTT and film also, it's a great merger.
people watch. OTT has been great platform for a lot of people. Vijay has done absolutely great work on OTT, and my recent movie, Bubbly Bouncer India Lockdown, has been very well appreciated. So I feel great. I think there's a great upsurge, and I think I always say that there will be the magic of cinema will never go. People will watch movies in the theater also. At the same time, OTT also. So a lot of actors, directors who have new idea, new subject, they have the opportunity, to come up with subjects and, make movie for OTT also. I think it's a great thing. And I think these kind of festival is great because you meet so many filmmakers, actors, technicians, and great bond, and you come to know what they make, how movie they make, how difficult it's to make movies. I think this kind of festival is very essential, and I think India definitely, like I said, is great on the global platform when people getting good recognition. Our stars have been appreciated internationally also. I think it's really great to be over here. Thank you once again. Thank you, Fiki, and thank you, Indian Information Broadcasting Ministry. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Actor Vijay Varmanji, would you like to share your thoughts on the subject?
Hello everybody. I'm not much of a speaker. I really like to hide behind my characters and do what I do. But I'm really glad to be here. I'm really glad to be part of the Indian delegation at Cannes this year, and I was very happy and touched by the ministry to deem me suitable for this. And I'm wearing the badge of this with a lot of pride. I was here 10 years ago with Guneet for a film where we were hustling. I had all of 18,000 rupees in my bank account at that time. And I remember, I don't know how I made it, and cut to 10 years later, I'm part of the Indian delegation. I feel like I've lived a full circle, and I'm only looking forward to what's in store for me, for my country, for our cinema. And I feel like we have probably some of the finest artists in our country. It's just a matter of putting the right lens on them, putting the right kind of, for people to start looking at us. And it is starting to happen with what we did at Oscars this year. I think it's just a starting point, and I think we are raring to go. So congratulations Team India, and congratulations Indian cinema. I'm here to do everything in my capacity to help the vision. Thank you so much.
May I request Isha Gupta to share a few words on the inauguration?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not going to take much time. I just want to say it's an honor representing India on such a prestigious international platform. And like all our colleagues and dignitaries, they mentioned, it is true, India is the power right now. India is the power for the future, and India together with the world, I think, is the best combination because we have the love for cinema, we have the love for culture, we have the love for people, and I think once India becomes to discover that, like the world starts discovering that, it's just going to be, the world is just going to get smaller but more vibrant because we have colors in it. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I'm going to cut it really short, sorry, because even I have to run. But thank you so much for all of you for being here and celebrating India with us at Cannes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isha, and thank you to all the dignitaries. I must say that it's been an absolute privilege and honor to host the inaugural ceremony of the India Pavilion at the 76th edition of the Cannes Film Festival. And that marks the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony. I request all the dignitaries present here to kindly proceed to Marshadu Film for the inauguration of the India stall. Thank you so much for being part of the inaugural ceremony.
यहाँ बोलो मधुर जी का कर लें ले लेंगे
खुशबू जी का
We must thank you, the foundation.
Vijayji? Vijayji? Vijayji, I come upstairs. We spoke for
Thank you very much. Can I take my cup?
I only make action.
Yes.
need diversity, you know, because I've been talking for 15 years that it's not only Indian movies, there's a lot of Indian and all. So I'm very proud that we are developing. Are you
I wanted to have mine myself, so I want to give it to you, but if you can give it to
but you live in India? Where? Manipur. Oh, I'd love to come and you have a car?
because I told her we can.
I'm a filmmaker, but I grew up in France, so my film's coming out. Let's keep in touch. I can often come to India. I just finished shooting my film in Pondicherry, France. I'm more known here. We are both your film students. Are you there? You have a film, I think my film is holding a very beautiful luxury magazine. You write about your film, but come with all take a picture.
Thank you for asking. It was great.
Thank you so much. Please keep in touch.
I love that.
I'm to shoot even in France, like in
It's so good. Thank you again.
No need?
You won't remember me. We met in Bombay for PR. My name is Hema. Hi. Somji was telling me that you're here. Yes. You were here for the inaugural?
Yeah.
Till when are you here? Anything you need, please take.
Yeah, sure. Excuse me. Hi, I'm representing Mrs. Universal Infinity. You must have seen me in Shafi yesterday. Are there any programs other than this, other than the launch, wherein we can interact and network with everyone?
No, not really. There's no networking program as such. We have a couple of sessions here. That like today 2:30 there's a session on filming in India. Then there's a session called She Shines, which is happening tomorrow. And the celebrities keep coming and going. 3 p.m. we have now coming in.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have a couple of others coming in. It's just like that. But you can meet people and yeah.
And do you have any reservations or lunches where we can come? We will have
So
to
every evening, every evening there's a dinner. Yes.
And anyone batch holders. What time?
We start around 7:30 every day.
Every evening until the end of the festival, because I'm here until Saturday.
I don't know till end, but till 24th for sure.
Until 21st. I'm originally from Hyderabad, Maharashtra, but I've been living in London for 17 years. I'm involved in politics as well. I'm still in Kushbuji. How about yourself?
So I run a PR agency.
Okay.
And we are
for Cannes Film Festival or for Kushbuji?
No, not for Kushbuji.
Oh, sorry.
Kushbuji is one of the delegates.
So for the Cannes Film Festival?
For India Pavilion.
Is there a possibility to get your card if you
Sure, I'll give it to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. No worries.
I'll send it to you. Give me your email ID. Thank you so much. Of course.
Hi. Ah, okay. We're here. We're here. We're here.
No, do you want to interview now?
We are just looking for somebody. We're just going to finish that. And then we'll check.
I have many cards. They're all free.
Thank you. Bye, Bashir. Thank you.
Get a picture with her before she leaves. She's hot.